Changing my life in amounts. Day 1. I decided to make a Barbie room. Budget $10. For starters, we are redesigning the furniture. Wiping and speckling the table. I taken some cute pink dye and begin. Next is a nightstand. I'm making it pink too. And these windows are so old that they probably have some dinosaurs. They are so dirty that it's impossible to clean. So I just paint a tower like that, polishing the heating battery using this. Doesn't really work out. Now it's time for the most interesting part. Barbie door. Faster. Even faster. Don't know, will that work for gaming chair? But it's too late. Looking not bad. But still, something misses. The pink details. A pink tree. But it still don't have any place for my wigs. So that's why I embedded a rack for hats. They're perfectly fitting for this. Very handy and saves the space. The colorful LED strip. It has all rainbow colors. This will create a cozy vibe and hide the flaws of my room. Are you ready to see the result? Room tour coming up next. Subscribe! Change my life in a month. Day 2. Subscriber sent me this. A full-size giant doll. Looks like me. A doll stand coming a package too. It's easy to assemble because everything's attached to these things. Looks kinda creepy, but I got a brilliant idea. I'll make the doll more hyper-realistic and more me look-alike, adding some glare for eyes to make them more alive. Drawing nostrils, shadows and drawing the eye pupil. I'm making skin less shiny and do some powder. Eyelashes like mine, plus the freckles. Painting over places where the dye is absent. Looking for the similar clothes, so we'd look like twins. Dressing her up BDW, it's very difficult.
Guests will be surprised when they come to visit me. It will stand in the center of my room.
And making myself the same makeup. Accessories. Gigantic eyelashes. I even found exactly the same wigs for us. We are identical. Are you ready to see the results? Is it creepy or beautiful? Drop a comment below. Change my life in a month.
In this section I will make my life more interesting in 30 days.
Subscribe! Changing life in a month. Day 3. I've already painted all the furniture pink and the room looks more modern. Now onto inexpensive but useful items, a cosmetic organizer and a jewelry organizer, which are very convenient. And next, artificial flowers. They are huge but indistinguishable from real ones. Blackout curtains and Christmas lights. They are cheap but really transform the room. Also, small items like a new Baroque-style dressing table, a new pink computer chair and a new desk, though I don't really like it. Now for the result. Does it look better or worse? And don't forget to subscribe. Changing my life in a month. Day 4. In search of new hobbies, I decided to sculpt Grandma Granny. I'm using paint brushes and air dry clay. I'm starting to make a ball out of paper and wrapping it in foil to smooth out the edges. We get a sort of a base for the head. Then the clay starts doing its job. To soften the clay up, I do some kneading and then molding it around the head. I tried it in eyes, but it looked very creepy. The face is starting to take some shape. I'm checking anatomy online to add small details. Using brushes, add stuff like holes, wrinkles, lips, etc. Everyone liked my last video, so I wanna make a full body size Granny to look lifelike, not just a sculpture.
By the way, I spent a whole 4 hours on all this and didn't regret it a bit.
It's working out so far, but it's not finished yet. Now I'm painting her, mixing colors to get a skin tone. This kind of clay perfectly fits to be painted. I use red for blush and blue to highlight pale areas.
Clay and paints cost me only $20.
Oh my god, I'm not even sure if I can show her. Are you prepared to see it? Here's how Granny turned out! In the next video I'm gonna make her in full body size. This was day 4. Subscribe! Changing life in a month. Day 5. It's time for the hallway. My budget is $10. I start by painting the doors white. They've yellowed from age. Sometimes I had to sand them with a special tool. I believe white furniture looks visually more expensive. While I polish, let me tell you a bit about myself. My real name is Valentina. I translate some episodes using a neural network in my own voice, and others I voice over myself. By the way, it's best to clean and degrease furniture before painting. To avoid the vibe of a hospital room, I'll add some gray colors. It already looks much better, and this is a special paint for beginners. There's just one cabinet left. I remove the carpet and install the baseboard. Are you ready to see the result? All my renovations in the video series are done on a tight budget. What do you think? Does the apartment look better? Changing my life in a month. Day 6. I decided to find a new hobby and my choice fell on creating reborns. These are such realistic dolls, children. I buy such mold for $30 and start painting the chin and ears red. Blend with a sponge. I apply the paint to his toes, feet, knees, anywhere there are capillaries. These dolls sell for over $1,000, but I will do it with only $30. We need to cut out his eyes. It sounds creepy, but it's to insert them from the inside. It will look something like this. I'm drawing the nail plate and other small details. It looks very realistic. And now the most important stage. We sew one hair at a time into the doll's head with a special needle. This takes from 1 to 20 hours, and these needles constantly break. Don't forget about the eyebrows. Next, I go to the flea market to look for clothes for him. Everything is very cheap here. Why does this tiger have such a mouth? After buying clothes, I return home. I stuff the reborn's body with cotton wool and stones, and I assemble the body with bundles. And the full video is in my long video. There I showed my new baby, changing my life in a month, day 7. My kitchen is very old, but I will make it better by spending only $15. To decorate the interior in this style, I use brown and gray paint. I'm starting to paint the wall. By the way, these little cabinets should actually be white, but they turned yellow because of their age. With gray walls, it's much prettier. Now it's time for the cabinets. It took me about 4 hours to do everything. Yes, my apartment won't look perfect after this, but it will make it look better. In previous videos, I already painted my room pink and made an Instagrammity hallway. This is what my apartment looked like before. Are you ready to see the result? And this is after. This was day 7. Have you seen day 6 yet? I decided to make museum of fox figures at home. I already have the granny sculpture. Now we're gonna make her a coffin. I'm buying some styrofoam at hardware store. It cost me $5. I do some markings on it before I will start to cut. And only then I start to cut it out. By the way, I already got another full body size doll. I showed her in past videos. I torn pieces of foam rubber and check if everything fits right.
I still don't know what the result will be. This is creepy.
This is called the glue gun. It hits the glue and it becomes like lava. Using this, I will glue the details together. It's kinda crooked. But now I'm moving to the second stage. I look for some old clothes in order to imitate a body. My attic has all sorts of stuff, but I need to find some spare blouses. Found it! I cut clothes into many small pieces and thread the coffin. I take strings and I take needles. Looking good so far. I spend about 2 hours doing all of this. I stuff old clothes with old clothes. This is definitely gonna be the best Halloween decoration at my home. Are you certainly ready? How do you think? Is this creepy or fabulous? Drop a comment. Changing my life in a month, day 5. Subscribe! Changing my life in a month, day 8. I need to focus on my health. People spend 40% of their life sleeping, so a mattress is something you shouldn't skimp on. My mattress is full of holes because I brought bed bugs from a party a year ago. We got rid of them, I removed the old mattresses, saw a lot of trash and thought I'd just cover it with a new one. Just kidding, I cleaned it up. Now the bed's more comfortable, but the main thing is focusing on my health. This time Leah dyed my hair with a hair dye that wasn't the cheapest one in the store. And after that I went to that place everyone postpones visiting. It's painful and expensive, and sometimes it's painful because it's expensive. Have you already guessed what it is? A scary fact about me. As a kid, I had 3 healthy front teeth removed because my parents didn't want to get me braces. I could have had a smile like Margot Robbie, sniff sniff, but as an adult, I finally got braces. And here's how the last canine I had removed looked. It's creepy, it's so huge, but I'm not upset, and the main thing is health, not beauty. Changing my life in a month, day 9. I decided to try something I would have never agreed to before. I found some people on the internet, and here we are, heading to a very scary place. At this point, I still don't know what's ahead of me. We arrived at an abandoned theater. They gave us these shoes. They look stylish and told us to climb in here. I think I can trust this group of unknown men whom I'm seeing for the first time. There's water everywhere and absolute darkness. Water from all the storm drains flows into this labyrinth, and you can walk through the entire city via these tunnels. You need to watch your step as there are many open manholes. Oh, and if it starts raining, it will fill up with water to the top. The last fatal accident here was 10 years ago. I was getting bored, but suddenly we found something incredible. A room 10 stories high underground. It looked like an abandoned city. Then we saw a stream of water. Turns out it started raining that day despite the weather forecast. This is what the exit of the labyrinth looks like. I changed my life in a month. Write in the comments what else I can try to change my life. What would you advise me to do? Something extreme or change my appearance? Or maybe find a hobby? Drop a comment below. Subscribe! Changing my life in a month. I used the balcony as a storage for trash, but why not turn it into a cool, chill zone? I grabbed the cheapest paint and quickly paint the walls. Very quickly. Yep, no pink today. I'm doing just one coat, no need for varnish. Ideally, you should smooth the wall beforehand. Why do they make those ugly railings on balconies? I cut them off with a saw. I take furniture paint and make a cozy little table. I was too lazy to clean the window, so I just painted over it. But the coolest idea was to buy artificial grass. I also got a home room swing. By the way, the grass smells like real grass. I hung up curtains to hide the clutter in the back. Are you ready to see the result? I am sure you are. A real chill zone. But the most awesome part isn't that you can swing at 3 a.m. It's that you can comfortably set your tea on the table, turn the swing around, and get stuff done while looking at the city. This renovation cost me $150. If you enjoyed this, please like and I'll make more. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have ideas for the next videos, be sure to write. I consider your comments.
And this is my Instagram.